Aloha mai kako. My name is Alicia Rozet, Ali, I go by. I teach Hawaiian at UH. Manoa, I teach beginning Hawaiian 101, 102, and 201. And so I'm hoping that in this short talk I'll be able to tell you a little bit about how I learned Pidgin, the kumus who influenced me to use Pidgin in my classroom. And then I'm hoping that by the end of this, you'll be able to go home and be like, hey, I learned how to speak Hawaiian today, because who doesn't want to learn Hawaiian, right? So first of all, I want to say that my first teacher of Pidgin is my grandma. She is second generation Okinawan and grew up in the sugar plantations of Kunia. I'm pretty sure it's like Camp 35 or something like that. She always says the number. Anyways, just to give you an idea of how I was brought up, you know, my grandma talks full-on Pidgin, but she's shame of it, you know. So she used to tell us like this story about how when she was a young lady, she was driving in the car and something happened, but wasn't her fault. And the police told her like, okay, well, you know, you can go argue this in court. And she goes, okay. So she goes to court, and hearing all of the other people give their testimony, you know, she gradually started thinking like, oh my God, like their English is so good, and when I go up there, the judge is not gonna understand what I'm saying. So by the time she went up, she goes, the judge says, okay, so you have anything to say? And she goes, I'm guilty. She like walked away. And you know, like to me, I feel like, grandma, you have nothing to be ashamed of, right? But that's how her generation, I mean, that's all they know. So she says, I'm dumb, I don't know, I don't know anything. And that's how my grandma, that was my first teacher of Pidgin. We grew up with them. I'm from Enchanted Lakes, Kailua. My parents, my mom is Okinawan, my dad is Mexican. When I was in middle school, we moved to California. And I remember my dad specifically telling me and my brothers, hey, from now on, you guys cannot say pau. Okay, I get that. You know, like pau is, all right, that's Hawaiian. They're not going to know that. But then he goes, and then you cannot say how come either. And I was thinking to myself, how come I cannot say how come? That's English, you know, like how come? And for the longest time, I was like, why are they so against me saying how come? That's just like what we say. So I kind of had to lose my Pidgin, yeah. And then I came back to UH Manoa, where I picked up Hawaiian. And I was taking Hawaiian language graduate courses for teachers who were interested in taking their becoming educators in the Hawaiian immersion classroom. So that's where I began as a teacher, is teaching at a Hawaiian immersion school in Kaneohe. And my kumu at Manoa was Sam Noel Warner. Not sure if any of you, yeah, right on. So Kumu Noel, I think, should have been the first person to be here today, but he passed, yeah. So anyways, he would have loved to be here, because in his course, he taught us, we were learning how to make children's books, but write them in Hawaiian and make them relevant to keiki living in Hawaii, because you know, a lot of the books that are out there, children's books, not all of them can be really, you know, they're not relevant to kids living in Hawaii. Yeah? It's either the landscape is not Hawaiian, or the cultural things in the books aren't, you know, something that kids in Hawaii would, you know, pick up. Yeah. So one of the lessons that I always remember to this day that Noel had us do was read from Li Tonouchi and Lois Ann Yamanaka, all these Pidgin stories. And we would go around, like, you know, as students, like reading out loud and, you know, laughing and like, yeah, kind of like recalling memories of like, or ways that we could relate to these stories. And then he had us go write a story about like a haircut. I can't remember if this was inspired by one of the stories or it's something he made up, but he said, okay, now I want you to write a story in Pidgin about your experience with a bad haircut. And pretty much everybody in the class had a story for that. So, you know, like I remember thinking, oh, I get what he was trying to do. He was trying to use Pidgin to show us that it is so important to make, you know, to produce more materials for a little Hawaii that are relevant to our keiki. And he made that stick in my head with this Pidgin curriculum. So in my classroom, I kind of use Pidgin as the gap. that as the bridge, sorry. Pidgin is the bridge that connects English and Hawaiian. So that's why I wrote in my little abstract that, you know, if you understand things like Pidgin, certain things in Pidgin, then you're one step closer to understanding Olelo Hawaii because it's so similar. It's actually way easier than learning Spanish. Well, that's the only other language I know, but it's way easier than learning Spanish. You know, like the phrases like "nice your car," yeah, that's from Hawaiian too. You always use the adjective first, you know. So, oh, big your feet, yeah, nui ko vavai, yeah, nui. So those are, you know, ways that I kind of show students, hey, this is it's not so difficult. One of the icebreakers that I use to illustrate, in Hawaiian, we show the students that there's different dialects, yeah. What people don't know is that different islands spoke Hawaiian differently. There's different slangs for different kind of things, words. And so one of the icebreakers I use in my classroom is I ask my students like, oh, what kind of words do you use to say somebody is drunk? Yeah? And then like you start hearing the students go like, oh, okay, so-and-so, oh, all rip. You guys ever heard that one before? Oh, so-and-so is all rip. Okay, or so-and-so was all jag. Yeah? Jag, most people over here on Oahu, I guess they say that's not something they learn, but on Maui, that's what they say. Yeah, so, or even then my mainland students go, oh, lit, I don't know, that's new, yeah, lit, okay, or crunk, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm hip, but I'm not, like, and I'm only like 10, 12 years older than these kids, and they're like, I'm like, I really don't know what these words are, turnt, yeah, but depending on where you're from, you're gonna use different kind of words to say, even in Hawaii, right, even to say something like you're drunk. If you're from Oahu, you can say it one way. If you're from Maui, it's another, and so on and so forth. So, okay, so on this worksheet, you guys got them, yeah? Okay. I have a few catchphrases that I have in Olelo Hawaii. So I put Olelo Pa'i'ai, which means pigeon. Olelo Hawaii is Hawaiian language, and Namuhaole is English, okay? So literally, Olelo Pa'i'ai means language that sounds like Pa'i'ai is the mashed up version of taro before you add water and make it smooth into poi. So it's kind of broken up. That's why they called it Olelo Pa'i'ai, that's pigeon. And Namuhaole, Namu means to kind of like murmur, like to, and haole is foreign, yeah? So when Hawaiians first heard a language not Hawaiian, to them, they called it Namuhaole, like that strange murmuring sound, yeah, like, yeah, and it doesn't sound pretty like Hawaiian, right? So, okay, so yeah, I need Pidgin because some of these phrases is hard to translate into standard English for my students, and I have a good mix of mainland kids and local kids, and I always try to tell my students, and I use Pidgin too to tell my students, hey, I don't care if you're from Hawaii, yeah, just because you're from here doesn't mean you automatically know Hawaiian, and I'd use that too to tell the mainland kids, hey, don't hold back or don't feel shame that you're in this class that you're not going to pick it up because you can, yeah? Because these local kids don't know, you guys know just as much as each other pretty much, you know? Like, it's not like just because you live here, you know how to speak Hawaiian. And so I can use Pidgin, like, for example, like this one phrase, for reals, yeah? In Hawaiian, we have the same phrase, oyaka. And depending on how you use it in a sentence, yeah, it can be like, you know, like, I get the kind, and the person could say, oh, for reals, yeah? Or, we won the lottery, oh, for reals. Different kind, yeah? The meaning is different, yeah? Just in your intonation. And oyaka would be the same, you would insert that in right there with for reals. What the heck? I'm sure there's other words more colorful to put for heck. So that's why the English and the Pidgin look the same. But peheala is the same thing. Yeah, so when somebody, like, if somebody was to bang your car, you'd be like, peheala! Yeah, peheala oi! And like, what the hell's wrong with you, right? Peheala. And then because I knew I was talking to a bunch of teachers today, I put this in for that sucking parent, yeah? Because parents are probably the reason why I left public school or high school, middle school education. Kena vahi makua. So kena means that person within my reach. Vahi is the part that's the frickin' or sucking, yeah? Kena vahi makua. Now if I want to say, that parent right here, kena makua, makua means parent, then I would just say kena makua. But if I want to say like, there's some underlying thing that I just can't stand about that person, I'm like, yeah, kena vahi makua. And same thing for that freaking kid. In English, I guess they would say, that damn kid. It sounds so mean though in English, yeah, that damn kid, yeah? But Hawaiian is very playful, so there's nothing evil in the way that you're saying, that damn kid. You're saying like, sucking kid makes me so frustrated. Okay, and then the next four the next four examples I have are actually, this is what I really like using Pidgin for, is to teach a sentence pattern. You can see all the Hawaiian is aya, yeah? Aya, 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 aya. So it generally means where. Where is something. So the first example is where you stay, yeah? Locating, okay? And I have my students rattle off, yeah? I go, okay, aya, there's 4 uses. It's where stay, what doing, who get them, and when was. And my students, even mainland kids, Hawaiian, and local kids, they go, yeah, where stay, what doing, who get them, when. It's pretty funny to hear them repeat like this thing I just made up. But it's very helpful. So where you stay is aya, oi, ihea. Aya is where, oi is you, yeah? And ihea is where you stay at. So in Hawaiian, I would say, ayao I kalihi. Yeah? So everybody say, ayao I kalihi. Yeah, ayao, ao means I am, yeah, I kalihi. Ayao I kalihi. Okay, the next one is what you stay doing. So in Hawaiian, locating can be locating a place or even an action, yeah? Your actual, okay, what you stay doing is kind of putting you in a location. So what you stay doing, the question in Hawaiian is, aya oi I ke aha ana. And it literally means you stay doing the whatting, the ing, yeah? You stay doing the whatting, okay? Sorry if this is why Pidgin is helpful, yeah? Because in English, I don't know how I would explain that. Yeah, you are doing the what actioning, yeah? I kind of have to say it like that. Okay, so, aya au I kaholo ana. So everybody say, aya au I kaholo ana. Everybody know, what is holo? To run, yeah, or go, yeah? So today you can make up your own sentence, yeah? You can take out holo and put, I don't know, yeah, whatever, what kind of verbs you guys want to learn today? Huh? A'o. Okay, aya au I ke a'o ana. Okay, I stay shishing. Aya au I ka mimi ana. Everybody say. Aya I ka mimi ana. Yeah, mimi means sushishi. All right, duru. I know you guys like no duru then, right? Okay, aya o I ke ki'o ana. Okay, ki'o. You guys got it. Okay, everybody together. Aya o I ke ki'o ana. Okay. So when your kids ask you, "Hey, mom, where you stay?" I stay making duru. Why? Leave me alone. Okay, the next one is who get them. Aya ya vai. Okay, so in Hawaiian it's who. It's something is located with who. Yeah, the vai there is the who, is the question mark. So who has it? Yeah. And funny that they use that example because every time I use that same example, oh, Russell, you get pen. Yeah, so in my example, I put aya ka penny. Penny means pen. Aya ka penny ya Russell. Okay, and it means Russell get the pen. Yeah, the pen is located with Russell. So everybody say, aya ka penny ya Russell. Okay, may kai. If you want to say, I get the pen, yeah, you would just change that ya Russell to ya'u. It would be ya'u. Okay, so let's try practice that. Aya ka penny ya'u. My ka'i. And you guys are doing good too, because I hear those okina. You know the diacritical mark in between? It's so important to pronounce it like that. Okay, and the last example is when was. Okay, so again, locating something. We have locating it in place, locating it in an action, locating it with somebody, yeah, a certain thing with somebody, and then locating in time. Yeah, so when was this thing? You're still gonna use aya. So aya ihe, aya ike kakahiaka. You guys know what is kakahiaka, yeah? Morning time, right? Aya ike awakea, lunchtime, yeah? So if I was trying to find out like, oh, when was your show? Was it in the morning? Was it in the afternoon? I would use aya, yeah? And then, and here it is, aya I nehine. Nehine is the word for yesterday. So if I wanted to say, oh, my birthday party was yesterday, you missed it already, yeah? I would say, aya I nehine. Okay, everybody together. Aya I nehine. Okay, may ka'i.
So where's the past tense?
Past tense is in the aya. Oh, so the past tense in the aya is, it just stays aya. Ua is past tense in Hawaiian. But when you locate it, using aya, you can use aya to say aya I nehine or aya I kala apopo for future. Yeah, so you can actually use aya. It doesn't matter if it's going to be past or future or currently, it's still going to be aya. Yeah, and there's other ways to say things in past tense or locate it, but I just, we teach aya sentence pattern in beginning here. Yeah. Mahalo nui. I think I'm up. Paul. Oh, questions. Anybody? Okay. Mahalo nui for letting me bala with you guys. Mahalo.